Girls basketball has a terrific senior night. Varsity boys wrestling wrangles in yet another win, and I go inside the mind of a future WVTV broadcaster. All that and more coming up on this edition of Overtime. Good morning, Warwick Valley High School, and welcome to our second edition of Overtime. I'm your host, Stephen Mailing. The winter season has reaped many sporting benefits, giving us many highlights to roll out to you today. To start it all off, here's Danny J with a story about the varsity ski team. Let's take a look.
Today we are here in Mount Peter in Warwick, New York, watching our varsity ski team compete. It is opening day of the 2018 season. We are out here keeping an eye on the big competitive racers such as Vaughn Pullman and Matt Hansen.
Is now in the start house. Time for Ian. 33.24. 33.24.
He's taking it too wide. What is he doing? I mean, he's just coming off a torn ACL. It's not that nice.
Akalish is now on course.
Pretty nice.
Bib number 49, Talon Clark from Goshen, is now in the start house. Time for Vaughn Pullman.
Hi, I'm Danny Jelenowitz, and we're talking to Vaughn Pullman about the ski team. So Vaughn, how is the season going to be for you guys this year?
Warwick's going to be dominant this year like they usually are. We have a bunch of good skiers this year, including Matt Hansen and his younger brother Chris. Warwick's always been pretty strong, so.
That's good. So now, you're coming off a torn ACL, that's correct, right?
Yes.
How does it feel to be back on the skis for the first day?
First time I was a bit nervous, but I slowly got more confidence. And I got a brace now, and it's feeling strong and good.
All right, you going to win today?
Oh, I'm going for it.
All right, great. Thanks, Vaughn.
Good job.
Time for Melanie. 40.39.
Watching Vaughn Pullman fight back from a season-ending ACL tear this year was heartwarming. Also, watching Matt Hansen take control of Section 9 snow is incredible. On February 2nd, boys varsity wrestling hit the mat on what would be every senior wrestler's last match at home as a Wildcat. I got the chance to go inside the old gym and be a witness to that night's special moments. I'm here with seniors Hunter Brown and Harrison Pirelli. Harrison had a killer pin in his match tonight on senior night. Harrison, take me inside that pin.
Well, he was going in for the takedown, and I just stuck him.
He just stuck him, folks. Just listen to that. I'm here with Hunter. Hunter didn't have a match tonight, but he still won by default. Hunter, Were they scared the rest of you tonight?
They were definitely scared, you know. Yeah.
How did you get into wrestling when you first started out?
Our 120 6-pounder Brian McDougal actually brought me into this sport, and yeah, ever since then I've loved it.
There you go, folks. Thank you. I'm here, senior wrestler Andrew Wiersbicki. Andrew, you won in 3 periods. Take me a little inside that match and what happened.
I mean, it was the first match of the night. You know, butterflies were there, definitely. But I just went out there and I just wrestled my match. I didn't let him do whatever he wanted. You know, I was just going to go in there and dominate.
All right, now, how did you get into wrestling to all begin with?
Actually, I started wrestling when I was really young with Brian McDougal and Hunter Brown. We were wrestling in the cafeteria for the longest time. And then, you know, I just fell in love with the sport since then.
Well, it looks like you're excelling in that, Andrew. Thank you. When you take a look at men like Harrison Pirelli and Hunter Brown, you recognize the determination and talent that they put onto that mat day in and day out. Now, as the weather begins to heat up, the crew team gets closer and closer to their spring season. Let's check in with Alex Gutierrez.
The lakes are frozen, but the Warwick Valley crew team is hard at work. Crew starts with a simple warm-up of squatting and running.
It's a fun sport, you know, a lot of good people on the team, a lot of camaraderie. We're like a big family, you know, growing up.
After the warm-up is done, they start rowing the erg.
So I joined and it's just been great. You know, I made some of the best friends I've ever had in high school and we're just like a big family, you know. So if you're ever, you know, lonely and you want to meet some new people, the crew team is awesome. It's awesome, so join.
Even when there is no stream, row yourself down to the crew team.
All of us here in Wildcat Country are excited to see what the crew team can do this spring. Coming up next, our 3rd installment of Coach Talk this year. Stick around. Coach Talk coming up next. Join beautiful people at the grand opening of Orange County's first Miracle League Adaptive Sports Field. Come out May 20th, 2018 from 2 to 4:30 p.m. for the Fratto Fields Festival, featuring live music, raffles, food trucks, and much more. Named in honor of a beloved volunteer announcer and ambassador, the Daniel Fratto Memorial Fields will be commemorated with a ribbon cutting at 3 p.m. Join us May 20th at 2 p.m. at Wickham Woodlands Town Park, 225 State School Road, Warwick, New York. Because every child deserves the chance to play baseball. Coach! Welcome to Coach Talk, everyone. I might not be Ryan Candia, but my name is Stephen Milling. I'll be filling in. Mr. Candia had some personal issues to attend to. Be sure to subscribe to Warwick Valley TV on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube whenever you can. Now, 3 weeks ago, Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow. That means we have 3 more weeks until spring is here. However, on March 5th, across this state, high school teams will start practicing in preparation for their spring seasons. In studio with me right now are 2 members of the Warwick Valley girls varsity lacrosse team, Olivia O'Connor and Hannah Latore. Welcome to Coach Talk, girls.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. So, Olivia, first to you. How did you start? How did you get into the sport of lacrosse?
So, I used to play softball actually for all of my life, and I was getting a little bored with it, and I used to play basketball, so I was really into the contact sport and like more of the running and not just waiting around. And a lot of my friends played lacrosse and it seemed really fun, so I tried out in 10th grade.
Yeah. Hannah, to you, same question?
I started playing years ago. My friend's dad actually started the league in Warwick because Warwick never had a girls team before. and they were just recruiting everyone that they could, and they asked if I wanted to play. I didn't even know what lacrosse was, but I just agreed to play because I didn't play any other sports.
I mean, I watch lacrosse sometimes on TV, and I have no idea what's going on until they score something. So, you know, it's something else. But do you play any other sports besides lacrosse?
I used to, but this year I ended up just doing cross country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of running.
Yeah.
Get you physically fit for the spring season. There you go. All right. Any other sports, Hannah? I know you played talking about a little modified soccer before this.
I went through some phases where I did track a couple years in a row. I played rec soccer, and then I played modified soccer, but that just wasn't my thing, so I quit all of those and just stuck with lacrosse.
So a lot of girls graduated last year. So are you looking still strong team this year, making a run at that Section 9 title?
I think so. I think after we won, we kind of realized how much potential we have. So that just showed us that we can do it, I think. And there's a lot of good girls coming up, so that'll be good.
Especially, I mean, you know, sports had a great fall season. I mean, we were making runs at Section 9 titles all around. I mean, you know, boys soccer going to state quarterfinals, winning Section 9 title. You know, I hope lacrosse can do the same.
We'll be following in their footsteps.
There you go.
Definitely.
Any teams you're looking, you know, keeping on your schedule, circling?
Definitely Minnesink, I think, because we beat them. I think we lost them once and beat them once, so they're definitely coming back strong this year. So they're definitely on our radar. And Cornwall, because we beat them in the section final, so they're definitely going to come back for us.
When you guys are in the off season, what does Coach O'Connor like to do? You know, does he get you all prepped, make you do a lot of fitness stuff, or is he just kind of more chill and relax about it?
Coach O'Connor is very big on fitness, so a bunch of the girls have been running together and working out as much as we can. And some girls do sports in the winter season, but either way, he really wants to see people running and getting in shape for the season.
I mean, when we had soccer freshman year, he used to just make us run 120s at the end of practice until we got under 45 seconds each, you know? So, you know, how does the overall feel of the season, how do you think you guys are looking coming up?
I think we have a lot of younger girls that have a lot of potential that are trying out, so I think that's going to be a huge advantage. And even we didn't really lose that many players last year, so like the remaining team that's coming back, we have a really strong team and we have a really strong dynamic, so I think that's really going to help us too.
How many key players this year besides, of course, yourselves? You know, anybody to watch for us?
I don't know. We have strong defense. Bridget Higgins, definitely a strong defender. Taina Gamery is crazy.
Natalie Daigle.
100%.
She plays offense.
Very
good.
Yeah.
Kayla. Austin Post also is a freshman, and she's been on the team since she was in 8th grade, so she's going to be very good when she's older.
Wow. Yeah, you said you played defense earlier. When we were talking, you were saying you played defense, and you say you like the contact part of sports. Is that what really got you to play defense, or were you just naturally good at defending?
When I played basketball, I never really liked touching the ball. I liked to shoot, and I could shoot, but I didn't really dribble a lot. I was always kind of nervous. So it kind of went the same in lacrosse. I didn't really like having the ball as much, but I was always really good at defense because I could always get in front of people and kind of run a little better. So, yeah.
Yeah, you said you played mid defense, right?
Yeah.
So you're on attack and you're on other sides of the ball as well. So you get to shoot and you attack and you play defense. Can you talk a little bit about that? How physically active do you need to be to get that position?
Yeah, honestly, you have to be in shape because you can be on defense for 10 minutes and then the ball will get turned over. You have to sprint as fast as you can to the other side to help out your team to try to get a goal. And then vice versa, obviously. If we're on attack and there's a turnover, like I have to get back as fast as possible so then I can help the rest of my team defend our goals. It's not just let up to our goalie.
Yeah, the game moves really, really quick. Like we can, like she said, you can be on defense for so long, then in 1 second be back on offense. And then it's hard for the defense and the offense to quickly adjust. So that's why we need our offensive and defensive middies to work really hard.
Now, who's your goalie this year? You know, you got anybody special in goal this year?
Alexa Cassidy
we have
our
Alexa Cassidy.
returning senior.
Okay.
We're still recruiting. We actually have a younger girl who we're trying to recruit who actually is a hockey goalie. So we think that's going to help us out a lot if she makes the team.
Yeah.
Because hockey takes a lot of quick reflex and everything.
Yeah, we heard she's really good. So
she'll probably be a natural.
Come out for the team.
Now, last year you won the Section 9 title. That's right?
Yeah.
Who would you play?
Cornwall.
Do you go a little bit inside that game? What happened that game?
That was crazy. Honestly, like, I think everyone on the field just left everything that they had out on that field. They played their heart out. Our goalie, we wouldn't have won without our goalie. Ali saved crazy amounts of goals. Maggie Sheridan obviously scored a lot of goals. Like everyone, our defense was crazy. We had Erin Flannery on lockup defense on the best girl on the team, and the best girl on the Cornwall didn't even score a goal because we just played such tight defense on them.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. That was really intense for defense. It was always me, Bridget, and Allie down, and we just tried to really work as hard as we possibly could and not take anything personal. And we were really there for each other and always made sure everybody was getting done what they had to do. So.
Well, I mean, defense. They say defense wins games most of the time, and that tends to be true. Is there a lot of contact in that game?
I would say so.
Definitely.
Did you guys win by a large score? Do you remember the final score?
It was like a tight game throughout. I think by halftime it was really close. But then by the end, we just went off, and I think we won by a couple goals.
Yeah.
We were up by a good
amount.
amount.
It was definitely intense, though, in the middle of the game. Like, I remember thinking it could go either way. Like, we definitely didn't think we had it 100%, so.
Now, talk a little bit about your coach now. Mr. O'Connor, I mean, I have him for a Gov teacher, but I also know outside the classroom, I mean, well, how is he as a coach? How well does he get along with all you guys?
I think Mr. O'Connor's a really, really good coach, and he gets along really well with us, and he really does care about us, not only as his athletes, but as people.
Yeah, definitely.
And he always wants to make sure we're taken care of as best as we can be.
Yeah, like he likes to know every teammate on a personal level,
which is
not
really
just
good.
off the field, but I mean, not just on the field, but off the field as well.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling in your classes, he's the first one to go try to get you help, or like if you're having problems with anything, like he's always there to talk to you no matter what. Like he's just a good person in general.
Yeah, like she said, he's very understanding. He knows school comes first, family comes first, and he always wants to make sure everything's okay and this isn't your priority if it can't be like that.
Yeah, he always seemed like, you know, I had him freshman year, and he was, you know, he always cares about the well-being of every player on the team. So thank you for thank you for joining us on Coach Talk today. It was a lot of fun. We're all looking forward to that spring girls varsity lacrosse season.
Us too. Thank you for
all right,
having us.
For Coach Talk, I'm Stephen Mailing. I'll see you next time.
Hey man, what's up? Hello? If you're gonna ignore me over the game,
Hearing the girls talk about this year's team and season for sure gets us all excited to hopefully see yet another Section 9 title run. Now I'm going to kick it over to Danny J again, who was at Wickham Lake for a story about certain students' interests in the winter. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Danny Jelenowitz, and today we're here at Wickham Lake playing some pond hockey. So, Sean, pond hockey is a very rapidly growing sport here in Warwick, and since hockey's not that big, you get a lot of the top athletes who come out here and they just, they just do their thing. So, with hockey not being a huge sport, how do you feel coming out here and playing in the elements?
I mean, in the winter, I personally do not play winter sports, so I need something to do because I can't be sitting on the couch doing nothing. So it's either in the gym or playing pond hockey. I mean, Mother Nature's blessed us with this ice. We got about 12 inches of ice right now, and you know, we're using it to our advantage.
And the conditions were brutally cold for the past couple weeks. Were you out here every day or just once a week? Or what are you looking? How many times you come out here?
I'm out here as much as I can. If that's twice a day, it's twice a day. If that's, you know, 3 times a week, 3 times a week. I mean, I try to get here as much as I can about every day, at least once a day. And usually, you know, you'll come here and there'll be somebody here. You just, you know, play a pickup game with them. It's all good in Warwick.
From outdoors on the pond, we now shift indoors on the courts. This next highlight will be spotlighting the seniors from this year's girls varsity basketball team and the game that subsequently occurred that night against Pine Bush. Here's Sean English with the story.
I'm here with Section 9 stud, Emily Welling. Now, Emily, after seeing that win, how does it feel to be part of this program?
It's amazing. The team is wonderful. They put on a great senior night, and I'm just happy to be part of the team.
I'm here with Section 9 All-Star, Lauren Desiree. How does it feel having a stellar win on your senior night?
It feels really amazing. I don't know, the year just went so fast and it's just crazy. It's a great feeling having a win on senior night.
Since their freshman year, the class of 2018 has seen what girls like Lauren Desiree and Emily Welling can do not only on, but off the courts as well. For our final story of the night, I got to go down to the middle school and witness the next broadcaster in the making. This next story features Teddy Fernandez, a 7th grader, giving you a little insight into his hopes and dreams. Let's take a look.
About a month or so ago, I got the chance to go down to the middle school to meet the future of Warwick Valley television talent, Teddy Fernandez. I watched him announce the game and also watched the girls' modified team play a terrific game.
Warwick leads 5-2, 2:25 left.
The kid has a knack for this broadcasting thing, and I'm excited to see what's next for him.
Third man, number 22, Emma Cardell.
Here's what he had to say after the game.
I'm here with the future of WVTV broadcasting, Theodore Fernandez. Now, Theodore, can you tell me a little bit of how you got into broadcasting?
Well, I was never necessarily great at sports, and I really loved sports, so I feel like it's just like natural that I think I have a good voice, and I just love sports and want to be involved in any way.
Yeah, that's awesome. I saw you doing that game, and you were doing a terrific job, might I say. You did a sports broadcast camp over the summer?
Yes, I've gone to 2 of those, and they're really good, and they've really helped me develop my skills as a broadcaster.
That's awesome. Now, do you plan on doing anything in high school when we have it?
Definitely. I'm definitely going to do whatever I can now, and especially in high school when there are more opportunities.
That's awesome to hear. What a great game today at the Modified. Thanks for being with me, Theodore. Have a good day. I'm honestly waiting for the moment he comes in to take my job, and I'm certain he will more than fulfill his task. Well, that story does it for our show today. Be sure to tune in next time to our next edition of Overtime, where the coverage will be all about the spring sports season. For all of us here at WVTV, I'm Stephen Mailing. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us here on YouTube. Check back soon. New content is always on the rise here. Once again, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.